you doing? John Bonham here, also known as Cape Cod Wet Shaving. Merry Christmas. Hope you are all doing well. Beginning of December. Love this time of year. My absolute favorite. Always has been since I was young. And skipped a history shave to do this video. I am going to try to make this as quick as I can, and I actually mean that this time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lather off screen. But the reason behind this video is this. This is an upcoming collaboration that I did with Mr. Doug Layne of Adopted Acres Soap Company. Hello, Doug. I've done collaborations before. I've always wanted to do a Christmas one, and Doug was nice enough to take me up on my offer to do a collaboration, which is one of his favorite things. So this releases tomorrow. Today's Friday. Tomorrow is Saturday, the 6th, I believe. 12 noon Eastern time. This releases. There's a soap and there is a matching splash for that. Okay. And it will be released etsy.com/shops/Adopted Acres Soap Co. Okay. Or just go to etsy.com and look up Adopted Acres Soap Co. Okay. And it will be available tomorrow. Where did I put them? So the scent notes for this, you ready? Are citrus, sea air, cucumber mist. I put a comma there and I shouldn't have. Pink pineapple, coconut water, sage leaf, cardamom. Heart notes are beach rose, peony, plumeria, ocean breeze accord, santal wood, papyrus, violet, iris, and dry cedar wood. Base notes: sandalwood, charred cedar, which is one of my favorite parts about this. Midnight vanilla, amber, soft leather, oak moss, and musk. And for those who don't know, midnight vanilla is more of an ambery, darkish vanilla. So that charred cedar and the cedar wood give this a piney undertone to it without the pine. I had thought, and Doug had agreed, that throwing pine in this might have squashed what we were going for. What I had initially started with was, would you like to do a collaboration? He goes, yeah, I'd love to. What do you have in mind? I have no idea. I didn't think I'd get this far. You know what I mean? So that was kind of funny. So I thought about it, and I knew I wanted to do Christmas, seeing as how the time of year was coming up. And I asked him if that was a possibility. He said, absolutely. So I ruminated on it, and it dawned on me I hadn't really come across a Christmas beach scent. And this being Cape Cod, thought that would be a nice, interesting scent to put out there. And so he said, do you have a potential scent note in mind? And I said, yes, I do. I have beach rose. Okay. Beach rose, for those who aren't aware, is a very prominent plant here on the dunes of the Cape Cod beaches. I grew up on the Gulf of Mexico. We had sea oats, we had seagrass, all ridiculously protected by the government, Texas government, by the way. But up here, of course, we have seagrass and all that, but we have a lot of shrubs, and we have beach rose. Now, beach rose is interesting because that stuff could grow in outer space, in the vacuum of space. I mean, I'm going to include a photo, and I'll do it right now. And I put my arms up so I know when to do it when I'm editing. That is beach rose blooming in snow. So, cool stuff. But it's also very prominent here. The locals know it. It's just, we know what beach rose is, and people who come visit, probably take away that that's very interesting, that there's roses growing on the beach. And by the way, the rose hips from the beach rose are edible, and they're eaten by locals. So I wanted to go with that, and Doug accommodated. He sent me a bunch of samples. I took a day or two to pick one. I told him which one I had picked, and he laughed, and he said, dude, that's the exact one that I settled on too. It's phenomenal. So here we are. So I wanted to go ahead and show you the pour. Oh my gosh, it's so good. There's the pour. And I'm going to lather this off screen to save some time. I'm already 4.5 minutes into this, so I'll be right back, and I'll do a quick shave, and that'll be it. Okie doke. You have some big bubbles in there, but the lather in that bowl is pretty well thickened. I want to show you Doug's base. Look at those suds. And I am also using my Cape Cod safety razor I made with Mr. Steve Tinter from aftershave. Hello, Steve, if you see this. And my Christmas brush, one of them, made for me by John from Cobble Hill Farm. And I was going to bring up an EDP, but I decided not to do that. This is more for this video, or for this set, not necessarily a full-on shave video. And might as well, coffee of the day, Pete's Holiday Blend. Look forward to this every year. And to chase it, I have Hawaiian Punch in a mug. Life is indeed very, very good. So let's get to shaving. So some people don't like rose. I understand. This might turn away some people because of that rose fragrance, but it is not predominantly rose. Obviously, you can smell it. Rose is a, very obvious fragrance. However, I did not want it to be only rose. I did not even want it to be fully rose forward. I just wanted you to know that there was rose in it. And more importantly, beach rose is more of a tart, tangy rose scent than it is, like red rose and stuff. So it's not your average rose. I actually think I need to get a set of this from my mom. I gotta talk to Doug. Anytime I do a collaboration, my mom's always very proud of me. So I make sure I get her a set. Alrighty. Just a quick little video. Well, quick for me, I should say. I hope everyone's had a good December so far. It's going by quick, which sucks. I love Christmas, but the closer you get to it, the quicker it's going to be over. Such is life. When I have a Astra green blade in this, I decided to go with the open comb. I wanted a little bit milder blade. Plus, I don't have a ton of stubble. This is already a milder razor for an open comb, which is what I wanted. Because some of these OCs, man, are beasts. They really are. And you'll notice I'm going against the grain here. Right out the gate. I'm able to do that if my stubble is short enough. It increases my likelihood of ingrowns a little bit, but not bad. Not like some of these guys with the thicker beard. So just to save time, and because I have short enough stubble, I'm just doing that. This is good, good stuff, man. I love this scent. It's different, but it's enough that you can tell it's holiday, which is exactly what I wanted. So, again, Doug, thank you. I hope y'all are interested in this. And again, if you're not a rose fan, I understand completely. There's some fans of stuff. There's some stuff that I am not a fan of myself. I talk about it often, like leather, although I've softened up on some leather fragrances. They've grown on me. I probably will never like star anise because I do not like licorice at all, black licorice. I like Twizzlers, but that doesn't count. That's not even really licorice. But, and I don't like the silence in my videos either. Yeah, Doug was, I didn't have to really convince him. He was on board almost immediately. And just with the timing, I did not expect it to be a Christmas fragrance, honestly, because usually these artisans have stuff backlogged. Like I've talked to another artisan who's pretty well known about a collaboration, and he's on board, we just won't be able to do anything until well into next year. But this was an exciting one. And again, I've always wanted to do a Christmas. And it's nice to represent Cape Cod with a Christmas fragrance. It is floral. Obviously with the rose and the peony. I always call it peony, but I guess it's peony. But there's a lot more to it than that. There's some little bit of green in it. Like I said, some pine from the cedar. And I love that Doug put the charred cedar in there. I think that really helped make it. Because it gives it that nice, like, wood burning kind of vibe. I'm not doing another pass. I just want to do the skin food. This is a tallow soap, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. Doug gets his tallow about as local as you can get it. If I remember him telling me, his tallow guy is a rancher who is basically his neighbor. So he gets it, like, I think he just walks to his house and gets his tallow, which is pretty awesome. Phenomenal base. This is good. Doug, I wish you made an EDP out of this, buddy. But I do have the splash. So he does send them in a sprayer. I personally like splashes where I can pour them out. I don't like the sprayer, but he does send a cap that you can open up and pour. And I forgot to grab it, so I'll do the spray. Just preference only. Has no inkling whatsoever. I was going to say, if you wanted to use this as an EDT, that's perfect for you. So let me go ahead and rinse off. I'm going to do post, and that'll be about it. One sec. There we go. Outstanding. That was a good shave. Oh my goodness. I'm in love with this stuff. I really am. Not just, I'm biased obviously, but really, really good. Oh. So, yeah, I'll do the ingredients in case y'all have never used his stuff. Grand Champion base. There you go. Got a lot of coffee and I'm shaky. And kind of hard to see. There's ingredients for that. Alright. The splashes are very nice. Go ahead and spray. And I'm just going to spray directly in. Never mind. Yeah, I'll do it. Spray directly into my hand. You get more of the cedar and more of the green out of the splash. And there's a slightly, I don't want to say aquatic really, that ocean breeze. Yeah, I'll say aquatic. That ocean breeze accord. You're going to get more of that in the splash too. It adds the beachiness to the overall scent of the set. So, oh man, that's good. I might use Versace the Dreamer or something like that for a cologne after I wrap up here. Maybe not. Maybe something more aquatic, which is weird for Christmas time, but blends so well. I don't want to use like Christmas Eve or something from Sterling. It would actually take away from it, which is weird because that's one of my favorite scents in all of wet shaving, not just Christmas. But all right, tomorrow noon, Saturday the 6th, I believe. I should know that, and I don't have my other phone on me so I can check. One sec. It'll tell me on my phone. Yep, tomorrow's the 6th. Today's Friday the 5th. Tomorrow is Saturday the 6th. Saturday the 6th, noon, Eastern time. Okay, so keep an eye out. Adopted Acres Soap Co. on Etsy, or go to @Adopted Acres Soap Co. on Instagram and go through the link in Doug's bio. You can get there that way. Okay. But thank you all for watching. Really appreciate it. Hopefully this sells very well. I would like for it to do well for him. I want people to enjoy it for me, but it was his materials. He did the effort. I want it to do well for him. So if you're interested, go scoop up a set. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Merry Christmas, everybody. Hope you have a wonderful December leading up into the best holiday on earth. Till next time, y'all take care. God bless. See you later.